Welcome to BTB Kicks University. On today's episode, we will be going over how to clean Yeezy Boosts and the materials you will need to get them as clean as possible. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's clean these up. So before diving into this sneaker restoration, of course, we have to take a look at the Yeezys. As you all can see, these are very beat and could definitely use a cleaning, especially on the bottoms. There's a lot of dirt there that looks old and caked up on these. The materials you need for this restoration are down below. You will need your 3-brush kit, soft, medium, and stiff. You'll need your bowl to hold water, cleaning solution, of course. You'll need 2 different wire brushes for this clean, that being the detail wire tip bristle brush and a thicker wire bristle brush, along with your drill. And you will be using 2 different attachments for the drill. This one will only go on the uppers. This one will only go on the bottoms. And you may potentially need a cuticle pusher to get out any gunk in the bottoms as well. Last but not least, you need a steamer with pretty much every restoration to add some high power heat, and it helps melt dirt down. Before getting into any restoration, you always need shoe trees. So this pair of shoes is a size 9.5, so we will adjust the shoe trees to fit that size. We put that inside, undo the laces. This customer in particular got a deluxe clean from my menu, and that is what he's going to be getting. Watch how I clean these shoes in detail, because this is how you want to do it every time to make sure you get the best results possible. After taking the laces out, put those to the side, and now we have to fill up our bowls of water. I keep 2 bowls of water here because I go through water quite a bit, especially when using the drills, and I want to make sure I have enough without having to refill as often. The cleaner we'll be using today does not matter. It can be any cleaner that you use currently. I've used Crep, I've used Rejuvenator, I've used Angelus. All of them pretty much do the same thing. It's up to you, your preference, which one you will use. So first things first, always when we start restorations, we start with the bottoms and work our way up to the uppers. So notice all of this dried and old dirt in these grooves. We're gonna be cleaning these to near perfection. And this is a standard that we hold at BTB Kicks. We try to get everything as close as we can to new. Obviously some things will not be brand new, but we try our best. I'm actually gonna attach the drill, dip this into the solution with the water, rev the drill a little bit to mix up the solution into the water, and then proceed to clean the bottoms with the drill. And then as you run out of suds, you want to dip it back into the solution and just continue to clean the shoes. Between each pass, you want to take a look and inspect the bottoms to see how they're cleaning up. And since a lot of this dirt is still kind of locked in after using the stiff bristle brush attachment on the drill, I am now going to use an attachment for my steamer on the bottoms to melt off any dirt that I can. So this is the attachment here. I put it on there. Now we're gonna get to the bottoms. All right, so after steaming the bottoms, we got a lot of that dirt taken care of, but there's still some left, and we will go back in with our wire tip bristle brush now to go in and scrub a lot of that off. So we dip that into the solution next, and now we just scrub away. You also want to keep in mind the boost portion of the shoe does not always come back. It's pretty much stained like that. There's really no bringing that back, but you do want to continue to scrub. And a good rule of thumb is when you start to see some bristles coming off as you're cleaning, you might be near the end of the life of your specific brush, and it's probably best to get another one so you can remain effective and efficient in your cleaning. As I'm scrubbing these, I don't know if you all can tell, but I'm going with the grooves to get into those grooves as best as I can. So since they're all going in this direction, I'm going to follow that direction with my brush to get in all those grooves. And then if I want to go in a different direction to hit some different dirt, I'm going with the direction of the grooves as to get as much of that as I can. And as I'm scrubbing the shoe, I am putting a lot of pressure onto the shoes, on the bottoms, to make sure I'm getting all of that dirt out. With light scrubbing, it's not really gonna move like that, but if you use a little bit of elbow grease, you will be able to get rid of most marks on bottoms with a wire brush. Now, after scrubbing the bottoms, we want to see what we have left to do, just to see how effective our clean was. So we're going to use our steamer to blow off the suds and examine what we have left to do on the sneaker. After getting all the suds off of the sneaker, we have a couple of points on the shoe where we need to do touch-ups. As minuscule as it may seem, it's the details that make the most difference when it comes to sneaker cleaning and making sure your clients return and making sure they leave happy. So some touch-ups that we need to do are in the boost and in this area a little bit. So what we're gonna be doing for that is we're gonna go right back in with our wire bristle brush and attack that. As far as the boost portion of the shoe goes, we'll probably go back in with our detail wire bristle brush shortly. So I'm dipping the wire tip bristle brush back in the solution and getting to work. Now we're gonna rinse it off basically with the steamer. Giving it another look. Those marks are all but pretty much gone. So we take our wire tip bristle and we're gonna hit the boost portion of the sneaker in the text and see if we can get a good portion of that out. Now we're gonna rinse it out again. Just minor things that I see like here and there. All right, so basically after scrubbing, as you all can see, there is visibly no dirt at all. We're finished with the outsole now. Now we're gonna be moving on to the midsole and uppers. So for this portion of the clean, we're going to continue, and we're actually gonna use both wire brushes on the midsole on certain areas where we see markings. And make sure when you're using a wire bristle brush and you have a knit up top to be very careful not to hit the knitting up top because it can mess up the material. And this part is very important to go with the grooves because obviously if you go against it, it's not really gonna clean it as well versus if you go with how these lines are going up, you're going up and down with it, you'll get a better clean. In most cases, you will get a better clean like this because you're actually scrubbing instead of kind of just hitting the top portion of the actual lines by going side to side and not vertical. Now that that's done, we're gonna wipe off the sneaker using a towel. We do have some touch-ups we need to hit in this area of the shoe. Up top, as you all can see, there's still some minor dirt up there. So we're dipping our wire bristle brush back into that, giving that a good scrub. Now, in this case, I'm going against the grain because it's at the top of the actual piece. It's okay to go against the grain, but most times when you're trying to clean it, to get a better clean, you go with it. So now that we've cleaned up the midsoles entirely and the outsoles, it is now time to move on to the uppers, which I would say is probably the easiest part of the shoe to clean. You still have to be thorough on the uppers, even if they might look clean or barely dirty, because at the end of the day, we're trying to get rid of everything and make these shoes look as close to new as possible. So with that being said, we're going to switch the head on our drill. We're going to be putting on our medium tip bristle drill head. Now that that's attached, we're gonna dip this in the water in solution. And now we're actually just gonna go all over the entire shoe with this drill. This drill tip is delicate enough to where it does not affect the uppers and does not cause damage, but it also gets deep into that material to clean it as best as possible. We're gonna do multiple passes. Notice how much time I spend in each section and how many times I re-dip the brush into the solution and go back right into using the drill. Also notice how I did not use any of these brushes up here and just use strictly the drill to hit the uppers and the bottoms of these shoes. The drill is way more thorough. This covers more space. There's literally no way you can mess this up by using the drill. Also notice how I've used my entire bowl of water. There's really not much left in here, and I've used it on majority of just the uppers alone. So now I'm gonna pop out the shoe tree so I can actually get into the shoe as well. Although this customer did not pay for an insole clean, we still do clean around the sock liner and in like the ankles and cushioning portion of the shoes. Now that that's all done on the uppers, I'm gonna take the laces, wrap them up in my hands into a ball like this, dip them into the solution, work them around into the solution, take them out, rub them in my hands as so, grab my soft bristle brush, dip that into the solution that's left, and scrub the laces in my hands. Now we're going to take the shoes and the laces to the bathroom and we're going to rinse them out. So we're now in the bathroom, we have the laces, we're gonna give them a good rinse, squeeze all this out, rinse the shoe out completely, and then we prepare the shoes to wash. And then obviously before we can put these in the washing machine, I have to clean the other shoe, but I wanted to give you all a side by side of like the bottoms. Like this is why we use the tools that we use. As you all can see, this bottom is very clean versus this one still dirty. We're gonna clean up the other shoe off camera and then I'll check back in with you all when it's time to put these into the wash and I will give you the instructions on how to do that. All right, so now that both shoes have been cleaned, we now have our laundry bag for sneakers. We're gonna open this up and it's important that you put all shoes that you wash in this bag to protect them from any type of damage in the washing machine. So along with that, I have shoe trees still in the shoes and you wanna make sure before you even put the shoes in the bag that you have shoe trees in the shoes. First things first, we're gonna put the shoe one in toe facing first, then the other shoe we're gonna put the opposite direction, toe and heel together as so. Put the laces in the bag as well, tighten this up on both pieces. Place the shoes inside. We're gonna use one laundry pod, preferably a clear and scent-free laundry pod. That'll be good because it won't mess up any shoes and leave any residue or anything like that. So we put this into the machine, close it up, and we're doing a speed wash on cold. You always want to wash your sneakers on cold because if you put it on warm, you could potentially risk separation of the shoes. And we only really wash shoes that have mesh on them. There are some cases where there may be suede on the shoes as well, but it's really case by case. But generally, any mesh shoe such as a Yeezy, a Hoka, any Nike running shoes, Adidas running shoes, as long as they don't have any colored suede on them and they're predominantly mesh, it's okay to wash them. So after we have the settings in, speed wash on cold, we press start, and then I'll see you all when we come back after they are finished. All right, y'all, so the shoes are fully complete, as you all can see, ready to go for my customer, and they are clean the BTB way with quality, precision, and near perfection. So if you all learned something from this video, please drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments down below if this video helped at all. But like I said before, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.